everybody is here except for Tank on Team 4. How are you guys going?
Sim 1, 2.
Hello. Yeah, we're just waiting on Eleanor. I don't know who they are, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Eleanor's in the
Oh,
call.
Oh,
oh,
hello.
are they
Waiting
in
for you.
party 4?
Yes, but they're
Yeah.
muted. They're in the
Oh,
call.
okay.
Okay, yeah, so I guess they are here lah. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that means
Okay.
everyone is here. Nice.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna just officially start it off. So welcome to Sharks Learning Run BA for the month of May. So I usually run this once every month. This month, like I just mentioned slightly earlier on, is usually conducted on the last weekend of every month. But because this month we are heading into patch 6.4 next week, so it will be counterproductive to host it after the patch hits. Hence, moving it slightly forwards in the month, just before the patch, so that everyone can enjoy 6.4 when it arrives. Now, for today's session, okay, it's about X59 on the clock. Okay, I'm in +8 GMT. Okay, but for most of you Australians, you all be in +10, so it's about 8 p.m. Soon, around there. So +10, 8 p.m. +10 GMT. And a couple of things to check off before we head into Hydatos. So now, first things first, I just want to double check to ensure that everyone's on VC. So if there's anyone who's not on the voice communications or the voice chat, kindly type out in your party to ask them to kindly join us on the VC. Okay, I'll be doing most of the communications, call outs, explanations on the VC itself. So it'll be very helpful if everyone can actually hear me lah. Okay, obviously there's no requirement to speak if you don't wish to. But being on VC to at least listen in is very helpful. Now, having said this, if there is anyone who cannot be on the VC, say for whatever reason, okay, maybe their headset is broken or they are unable to be on the VC for whatever reason, they just need to mention it lah. Okay, they need to tell the party that, okay, look, I can't be on VC, so that the party members know about it. If there is some important information that is disseminated, okay, usually before we enter BA, it'll be something like, no, okay, we are shifting instances, or we are shifting players from one party to another party, things like this. Okay, you will need to help me to type it out to your party members who cannot listen in. Okay, but if everyone's on the VC, then usually this isn't an issue. Okay, but I'm just mentioning this because I've had cases where people were not on the VC and we were not aware, and then we like rezoned, and then they got left behind, which is what I'm trying to avoid for all practice runs. Okay, now other than that, there's a couple of things to check before we get started. So number one, okay, especially if this is your first time, if you are new okay, you're new to doing BA. Okay, so there's a couple of things you can ensure that you have with you prior to entry into Hydatos. Okay, number one, make sure you have all your gear. Now for new players, you will really only be able to have the Kirin Osode or Vermilion Cloak. Only these body pieces have any effect above and beyond your regular, eye level 590 or 600, whatever eye level you have gear. Okay, only the body pieces with the elemental stats, okay, or elemental bonus will give you an advantage over the regular gear. Otherwise, just bringing your highest eye level gear is technically beast. Okay, and you will not be able to get any more gear that gives you elemental stat until you have started, until you've actually done BA. Okay, until you've actually joined a BA run, defeated some of the bosses, you get this item which allows you to upgrade your gear pieces to gain elemental stat. Again, elemental stat bonuses are beasts in Hydatos and actually all of Eureka as well. Okay, as you do more BA, you get more of the token items, which will allow you to upgrade your gear to be stronger and stronger inside Eureka itself, which will make future BA runs easier. Okay, the SE initially planned for us to do BA a couple of times, fail a few times, get the tokens, upgrade your gear, get stronger, and then eventually clear. Okay, but nowadays, with enough, clear in one sitting, So that's hopefully what will happen today as well. Okay, now, number 2, make sure you have all your logos actions. Now, this is a BA learning run, not a Hydatos learning run. So to be fair, most of you guys should already be familiar with the mechanics and systems inside Eureka itself. So things like your Megia board, okay, what is the logos manipulator and the Megia melder, okay, how to use logos actions. All of these should be experienced before. Okay, starting from Pyros, moving on to Hydatos, you should have experience using logos actions. I will not be explaining most of these unless they are very specific for BA itself. Okay, so make sure you have enough logos actions or the menems needed to make the logos actions, okay, once we zone into Hydatos itself. Okay, and then lastly, bring some food. Okay, any eye level 490 and above food works. Okay, personally I use Espresso Con Penna, which is a 390 and above, sorry. So I'm using a 415. Okay, but anything higher than that is just maximum stats. Okay, there's a cap to it as well, so anything above 500, generally speaking, is fine. Okay, make sure you bring some food with you. Okay, and once you have all these things, okay, we will do a ready check. Okay, party leaders or anyone in the party just help do a ready check. Once everyone is ready, you will need to be in the Kugani town area, okay, for the party lead to zone into Hydatos. Okay, for today's session, we are fielding 4 parties of 8. Okay, so we are fielding, okay, I need to count 8, 6, 32 players. Okay, just zone into the Hydatos instance at this point of time. Okay, once everyone's ready, just zone in. Generally speaking, we should all enter into the same instance. Now, Materia is relatively low population, so there usually isn't any instancing issues. Okay, with a sufficiently high population data center, because all the servers are sharing the same instance, there might have we've had encounters with instancing issues where, you know, some players didn't get into the same instance, etc, etc. Okay, but here on Materia, there are only 5 worlds, okay, and they're all sharing the same Hydatos instance, so usually we'll be in the same instance. Okay, but just verify that you're in an instance with about 50 plus people. Okay, this is the instance we're all in. Okay, and once you're inside here, okay, we'll be waiting for Ofni to spawn. Okay, Ofni is the gatekeeper to BA, so we'll be waiting for the next Ofni to spawn. Now, I've had reports that it should spawn sometime in the next 15 minutes or so. Okay, so until that time, just, you know, do some preparation. There's a couple of things I want to cover, but you can go to the logos manipulator at the back and form your logograms while we are waiting. Okay, now, with regards to logograms usage, there's actually a guide in our Discord that shows you what are the logograms to bring. Okay, I hope that most of you have actually read through it, or at least prepared some logograms, okay, for today's session. Now, I do want to point out that everyone should have a single tray, okay, a single logos action tray that is either empty or has a singular spirit of the remembered. Okay, either a single one, or if you want to pair it with something, you know, like Shell, Protect, or Breathtaker or something like that, it's fine. But basically, this single spirit tray is meant to be used and discarded at the entrance of BA. So once we enter into BA, the single spirit tray is meant to be used and discarded. Hence, we have a spare slot either to form a single spirit, or if you have one prepared already, you can, you know, use that as well. And then at the start of BA, there will be another logos manipulator inside BA itself. You can use that to put another logos action or actions into that tray. But once we actually get started for BA, you will no longer be able to create any more logos actions. Hence, the need to prepare all the actions that you require for the entire run. Okay, at the start of BA, you can prepare your trays, but once we actually get started, you can no longer change or, you know, refresh them. Hence, we need to be prepared prior to starting the actual BA itself. Now, also note that in case you weren't already aware, okay, but I think a lot of people are aware of this, death in BA is quote unquote permanent. Okay, if you die, you cannot get rezzed normally. So if you do die in BA, it's unfortunate, but normal rezzes, so resurrection, Varese, race, and the Aigiro, okay, the Sage res spell, does not actually work. You must rely, okay, because of this restriction, you must rely on the Spirit of the Remembered to res yourself. Okay, Spirit of the Remembered, in case you're not aware of what it does, it gives you a 70% chance to raise yourself upon death. Okay, there is no prompt when it happens. When you die, it immediately triggers, and either you get up, 70% chance, or it fails and you just stay dead. Now, if your spirit fails, don't fret. Just lay on the floor there until a healer will pick you up later on. Okay, inside BA, there are only 3 ways to raise players. So the first is the Spirit of the Remembered. You raise yourself. The second is a healer uses Lost Sacrifice. No, sorry, Sacrifice L. wrong duty. So fast. Okay, Ovni is coming out soon. Okay, so the second method is sacrifice L, and the healer will kill themselves to raise you, and then the healer will rely on their own Spirit of the Remembered to proc to raise themselves again. Now the third method is healer LB3, but generally speaking that never happens. We won't fight for so long that we will actually gain LB3. Okay, now do note that Ovni is up, so we are going to make our way over to the I don't want to believe fate at the southern part of the map. Okay, just head over there, and we will wait for a pull time. Okay, I will call a pull time. Okay, let's say about we'll start at, on the fate timer, maybe 0800. Okay, so 8 minutes on the pull time for Ovni. Okay, then all of us will just head over to the Ovni fate. Now, a couple of things to mention here as well. For Ovni, there is actually 3 things you need to check. Okay, now we are about to fight the gatekeeper to BA. Now, prior to entry into BA, there's 3 things you need to ensure that you have to enter into BA. Okay, now number 1, I'll quickly go through this because Ovni is already up. But number 1, you must be level 60. So if there's anyone in here who is not level 60, I'm sorry, but you cannot join BA. So I see a few like levels 59 players. Okay, I'm assuming they are not here for the BA. Okay, but make sure you're level 60. Okay, getting level 60 after defeating Ovni does not work. Okay, it doesn't count. You must be 60 as Ovni is defeated. So just ensure that you're level 60.
The level 59 said in chat that they need to level up real quick. They're part of the run actually.
Okay, then
Sure.
quickly go and level up. We will try to buy
Yeah.
some time for you, but you need to get level 60 as soon as you can. Okay, I guess you were 60 and then you de-leveled by accidental death and then trying to re-level back to 60. Okay, so that's not an issue. Okay, now number 2, the second thing here is you need to have finished all the quests in Hydatos to unlock BA before you can enter BA. So if you look at your mini-map and there's still an exclamation mark on the mini-map, right, it means you fucked up already. It means you haven't unlocked it yet. You need to have unlocked it. Okay, if that's your last quest, then you might still have time to go over and quickly talk to the Popoto there, okay, Kral, and then she will unlock BA for you. Okay, but do ensure that you don't have any more quests left on your mini-map. That means you have unlocked BA. Okay, there's actually this disclaimer saying something, this duty is difficult, punishing, needs luck, tenacity, strength, determination, something. Okay, just need to tick it, tick the disclaimer, the waiver, and then press yes, I agree. Then you can actually unlock BA. Okay, so this is the second thing. Now, the third thing that you need to ensure is later on, okay, so in about another 4 minutes, we are going to start fighting Ovni. Now for Ovni, the Ovni fight itself is not very critical. You don't have to like do a lot of damage to it, but you must get a gold contribution rating on the off-knee fight. Now this is easily done in a party of at least 5 or more. Okay, then just, as a party, you just hit the boss a little bit. Okay, if you die, it's fine. People res you normally. You just get up, continue fighting. So make sure you are in a party to make it really easy to get a gold contribution on this NM or this fate. Now, do also note that before off-knee dies, you must not, or shall I say, to be precise, you cannot leave the off-knee fate zone or area before off-knee dies. As off-knee dies, if you are not within the nearby vicinity of the off-knee fate, you will not be able to enter BA. Okay, this is a countermeasure SE placed early on in Eureka's life cycle to stop people from running off early and ditching the rest of the players to fight off-knee just to get a head start on entering BA. Okay, so do note you must stay within the fate zone as off-knee, as you are fighting off-knee. Don't wander off too far. Okay, the area is actually quite large, so there shouldn't be any concern as long as you don't just run off, disengage and run off. You should be fine. Okay, so just stay within the fate zone. Once off-knee dies, you will get a buff that starts at 10 minutes, immediately ticking down to 9 minutes. Okay, it's a blue color buff, ethereally primed. That means you are now eligible to enter into BA. Okay, so these are the 3 things you need to verify to enter into BA. Okay, I usually cover these because I've had cases in the past where, again, people forget to level up, or they haven't finished the quest, and then they ask me later, why can't I get in? And they have a quest on their minimap. They have to finish it first. Okay, now another 1 minute 50 seconds or so before we get started. Once off-knee is dead, a few things happen. Okay, so number 1, we will all get an ethereally primed buff, and this signals the beginning of Portal Wars. Now, what is Portal Wars? Portal Wars is a process where we all run off and find a portal on the map, sit on it, wait for the portals to appear, and then click on the red portals when they do appear. Now, there will be 48 blue portals that pop up when off-knee dies. You just need to be sitting on one of them and wait for it to turn red. Now, blue portals is actually known as priority entry. To enter into BA using a blue portal, you need to have this special item called an etheric stabilizer, which isn't free. You need to farm for it using crystals. Now, on materia, generally speaking, there is no need to stab. Okay, we call them stabbing because they are stabilizers, so stab for short. Okay, we generally don't need to use stabs for our BA runs because there's just not enough overwhelming demand to require stabbing. Okay, but stabbing allows you to enter BA early, secures you a spot. Here for our practice runs and our park runs, we just wait for all the portals to turn red, then we click onto the portal to get in. Okay, red portals are free for all entry, anyone can use them, you just need to click on them when they turn red. Okay, so later on, once off-knee is dead, just mount up, run off, find a portal, okay, and then just enter into it when it turns red. Okay, generally, we shouldn't have too much competition. Okay, although there's about 57 players in the instance now. Okay, there are 48 spots. Now, we are going to start in a few seconds, so let's go ahead and start attacking off-knee. Once again, there's no need to go ham on it. Okay, there's no need to like unload your best DPS or anything. Just stay alive, do a bit of damage. Generally, should be fine. Now, there will be 48 portals later on. Okay, as we are fighting off-knee, okay, just chillax. I'll continue to summon a little bit more. Okay, as we are fighting off-knee later on, when the portals appear, okay, after off-knee is dead, portals appear. There'll be 48 portals. It's up to you to secure your own entry into BA. Now, generally speaking, we usually have enough portals. Okay, we usually have enough. Okay, but since there's like about 50 plus people, there might be a little bit of competition. Now, for the practice runs, usually what happens is that the regulars, okay, the veterans, okay, people like McFast, BBD, okay, etc., etc. Okay, some of them, they didn't sign up for the run, but they're just here to support the runs. They will usually give up their spots for new players to enter. So we really appreciate their contributions. Okay, they will usually hold back a little bit and then let the new players enter. Okay, I'm just naming names. Okay, those I can see on the player list. I'm guessing he's a veteran. I'm guessing McFast is a veteran.
He's a veteran that's showing you what not to do.
No, because I had to pick a name that didn't sign up. So I was just looking at the first few names on the list. People like Kakola, myself,
Okay.
Kelly, we all signed up, so we are expecting to go in because we are supposed to support the runs as we enter. Okay, now
Eric.
okay, Offni is down, so just run off to a portal now. Okay, now I God didn't have enough time, so I didn't post the portal positions. Okay, but if you look at our Discord Eureka Lounge channel, we actually have a pinned portal map. Okay, there's a pinned portal map, and I will just post the portal map again into the lounge channel, okay, the Eureka Lounge chat channel. Okay, you can just take a look at it now. Now, what happens is that you won't see any portals at this point of time. 3 minutes, no, okay, actually 4 minutes after Offni dies. So when the Ethereally Prime buff ticks down to 6 minutes, the blue portals will appear. There will be 48 blue portals in those 48 spots on the map. Okay, ideally you are supposed to find a spot, sit on it, wait for the blue portals to appear. Now, unofficial etiquette dictates that if you are at a portal spot first and someone else comes along, they should move on and find their own portal spot. Okay, so just spread out, go and find a portal position and sit on it lah. Okay, just find one, try our best to find one and sit on it. Now, after the blue portals appeared, okay, now blue portals, remember, once again, do not touch the blue portals. Okay, especially if you have a stabilizer in your inventory, you will automatically consume the step or the stabilizer and instantly enter into BA. There is no prompt. Okay, there is no prompt for stabbing portals, so please be very careful. Now, for practice runs, I generally disallow step use. Okay, now the reason for this I will explain. Now, after the blue portals have appeared, 3 minutes later, all the blue portals will disappear and 48 minus the number of stabbed portals, red portals will appear. So for example, if 5 players stabbed a portal, 48 minus 5, 43 red portals will appear and reshuffle their positions. They will not be in the same spots as they were previously. So 5 random players who are sitting on a blue portal will not have a red portal. In other words, stabbing portals shirks the responsibility of securing a portal from the stabbing player to someone else on the map. Hence, we don't stab. Okay, we are bringing the majority, if not almost everyone, is here because of the practice run. So stabbing a portal just means that someone else in our run is gonna get shafted. So try to don't stab. Okay, don't stab. Try not to accidentally click on a portal. If you have a stab, you can just leave them alone until the red portals appear. Okay, now blue portals will appear shortly after this. So just hang around. Okay, anyone who still doesn't have a blue portal, you can sound off. Okay, either shout out, "I'm a new player, I need a blue portal," okay, or "I don't have a portal." You can shout it out in the shout chat, and then if there's any veterans who are sitting on a portal and they can whisper to you, tell you of an empty portal spot. Now note that they can't shout it out. If they shout it out, then all the other players who need one goes there as well. So they will just personally tell it to you, and then you just head over to it. Okay, but try your best to find a portal spot and just sort of camp on it. Okay, the new players the veterans will also tend to hold off a little bit on entering into BA, mainly to leave the spots for the new players. So once again, a lot of thanks and appreciation goes out to the vets who are here to support our runs. Okay, one party member no Offni buff.
Yeah.
Falafel, you are
Yeah, someone in our party hasn't gotten the Omni buff. I told them to go in with support.
Yeah. No, I mean we can't do anything about it. For whatever reason, if you didn't get an Offni buff, that means
We're
you
not
either
sure
not level
why.
60, you didn't finish the quest, which is most likely, to be honest. Okay, you didn't finish the quest, or you ran off too early from the Fate Zone. There's no other reason other than these 3. Okay, so just unfortunately there's nothing else we can do at this point of time. So you have to skip the initial half of the BA and you can join us later midway through. Now later on in BA, midway through, there's an opportunity for 8 more players to enter into BA. Okay, if you missed it, or you are here late, or some other reason, or you wish to join us, okay, you're just here just to support us, thinking you want to just join us in the run, feel free to just try for those support portals later on. Okay, those I cannot secure. Okay, I cannot designate who gets in. Just try your luck and try to get in. Now the process will be identical to the OVNI lah. So there's a fate. You kill the fate boss. 10 minutes wait time. 4 minutes later, blue portals appear. 3 minutes after that, red portals appear. First person to click on the red portal get in. But there are only 8 portals instead of 48. Okay, so try your luck with those 8 portals later on. Okay, now soon it will turn red. Okay, all the portals will turn red soon. Do note that the portal, okay, the red portal will appear somewhere nearby where the blue portal is. So just keep your camera zoomed out. Don't tunnel onto the portal and fail to realize the red portal is behind you. Just rotate your camera around and look for the nearby red portal. Click on it. Once it appears, you have successfully entered into BA. Okay, this is the first hurdle of BA. Getting into BA itself. Okay, getting into BA is the first hurdle. Is half the battle won. Okay, now portals are up. Just click onto the red portals. Congrats on entering into BA. Okay, now new players, you will have a cutscene. Okay, enjoy your cutscene. And then for everyone else who is still outside trying to find a portal, okay, quickly run around, try and grab a portal. Okay, if you have your minimap up, okay, if you have no portal nearby, open your minimap. The portals that are left will be marked as a red icon on the minimap. You can make a beeline towards the nearest red portal. You can try your best to get in. Okay, now next, for those who have entered into BA, okay, very nice, my whole party is in. Okay, for those who have entered into BA, congrats on entering into BA. First things first, very important. Okay, watch the cutscene, and at the start here, everyone should be cracking open their single Spirit of the Remembered tray, using it and replacing it with something else at the Logos Manipulator here. Now, do note, okay, very careful, do not fall off the starting platform. Okay, to the left and to the right of this initial platform, there's a ledge. If you fall off this ledge, you cannot get back up here. Do not fall off this ledge. Okay, spend some time using the Logos Manipulator and create your Logos actions. Okay, create more Spirit of the Remembers, replace the original one you have. Okay, and just form whatever actions that you may require. Now, for the start, okay, of BA, what's going to happen is that there's actually 2 sides, east and west, and we will need to split our alliance into 2 main alliances. Okay, there's a Owain side on the Magia Melder side, and there's an Art side, the Logos Manipulator side. Ensure that you are heading towards the correct side. Now, because of the first set of bosses unique.
Shark?
Yes.
We just lost the party member. They just left.
That's fine. We can't do anything about it. Just pick up someone else. Just wing it lah. We'll just adjust. It's fine.
Kidnap me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay lah. I mean, nothing. Not much you can do about
That's
it.
fine.
If people leave or they disconnect or whatever, just wing it lah. It's okay. As long as you still have your required tank, healer, and then the rest DPS is all good. Okay, now Art and Owain, the first pair of bosses have a unique mechanic where if one of the boss has any HP remaining, the other boss does not die. So you will need to ensure that both sides, both bosses have an equal number of players and or firepower. Okay, what I mean by firepower is like DPS lah. Okay, DPS. We need to burn the bosses down at approximately the same time. Okay, if one of the sides are is too weak, then the other side will be fighting a boss that does not die, and that is risky, inherently risky. Okay, so we usually try to split the parties into even distribution. Now, what we'll be doing in this BA is exactly how the the park runs are being run as well. So you'll notice things like, for example, Kelly shouting out 1, 2, 5, Owain, MT. This means that my party, okay, Kelly's party, has 1 tank, 2 healers, and 5 DPS going towards the Owain side, and I am the main tank for this party. Okay, because of this, we need to sort of arrange the alliances or the groups. We should have about six groups of 8. Okay, let me just do a quick count, or someone can quickly count how many players are inside the instance for me. Thank you. But generally speaking, if we have 6 full parties, so 48 players, we will usually split into 3-3 split. If there's anything, if there's an odd number, so maybe 2, 3, 5 parties, we will split into 2 and 3, with the 3 party group going to the Owain side. So Owain needs more DPS. Ark needs less DPS. This is usually how we split it. Thanks very much, BBD. So 48. Thanks. Okay.
Tomato, your party got slot? If 2 bar left?
Neef is in the party, but he seems to be outside.
I
Is
see.
he out?
No, because someone, Mika needs a party, I think. In shout.
Mm-mm.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, Jacques, continue.
Yes, okay. No worries, Tuba. So you'll just be coming in from the support later on. No worries. Okay. Where was I? Okay, so so the start we need to split up the alliance into 2 roughly equal groups. Okay, so Kelly will be our main organizer for today's session. So thanks, Kelly. She'll be handling all the organization in the chat. Okay, usually shout chat or yell chat. Okay, mostly yell chat. We try to use yell chat unless necessary, because shouting will shout to the people outside the BA as well. Okay, now, other than arranging the numbers, we also need to ensure that 2 players, at least 2 players, 1 on each side, has perception L. Okay, usually for practice runs, most of the veterans will have perception. So Keko is doing perception on one of the sides, and then someone else will be doing perception on the other side.
Yeah,
Thanks very
Banjo.
much.
Oh,
Okay, so Bachelor will have perception. Thanks very much. Okay, now the other thing to mention is that below the Eureka Hydatos timer, you will notice a Conquer the Baldigian Arsenal timer. It's now sitting at 17 minutes and 40 seconds. This is our clock, okay, our timer for this instance, this BA, and it extends every time we meet a checkpoint. Okay, a checkpoint is basically something like defeating a boss. The time will extend. Okay, we trigger the next section of BA, the time will extend. So we need to sort of expedite this run so that we will have enough time to finish it. Hence, I will need to sort of speak faster and rush things a bit. Okay, I'm known for being very sermony. Okay, I talk a lot. So I will try to trim down explanations so that we have enough time to go through the things required. But at the same time, there's a lot of things to explain. So I will try to be brief but comprehensive. Okay, I'll try to cover as much things as possible, but I try to be brief about it. Okay, so this is all you need to know for now at the start. Now, once you have made your logos actions, okay, set up your Mega Melder. Now, what we usually do is party leaders or party members will usually mark or place a waymark on the side you are falling off on. So look around for a waymark, assemble with your party near that side. Okay, but do not fall off yet, just in case you're on the wrong side, and do a ready check. Now, once the ready check is okay, everyone's ready. We have got all the sides sorted. Okay, then usually Kelly or the organizer will say, okay, we are good to go. We can start now.
Yep.
Okay, so Kelly has given us a signal, so we are now ready to begin. Okay, as a party, okay, in your party, follow your party, fall off on that side. Okay, fall off on the correct side. Okay, so my side, we are going off on the Mega Melder side, Owain side, and then another 3 parties. I think Tatamo's party is going off on the art side. Okay?
Kelly, which side do you need people? So I don't think my party has picked a side yet.
Oh, okay.
You can
I
go
think
whichever.
whichever one. There's like good groups on either side.
Okay, now
Sorry.
once we have fallen off, and we have sort of a designated or assigned main tank, the main tanks will start to pull the first mob. Okay, the demon wall is just a sort of like gatekeeper lah. So just test your DPS lah. Do note that inside BA, if you are DPS or healer, you're not on defensive mega, you are not geared, and you pull enmity off the tank, or you rip, or you target a monster that's not being tanked, there is a chance that you might instantly die by getting one-shotted, okay, one or two-shotted. So never ever run ahead of the tank, never accidentally pull enmity off the tank. Okay, sometimes the tank will pull multiple mobs at once, but they can only tag one at a time. Let the tank establish enmity first before going ham on the mob. Okay, if the mob targets you and no other tank realizes it, you're gonna die. Okay, you very likely gonna get hit once or twice, and then you sometimes one hit is all it takes to kill you. Okay, so be very careful about enmity in BA itself. Mainly also the healers lah. Healers tend to regen or cure, and that generates enmity. So any tanks that are not main tanking, your duty in here, okay, if you're not main tanking, so you're not tanking, right? But your job is to just pay a bit of attention. If at any point of time, either maybe the main tank pulls like 5 mobs at once, or another mob gets pulled and is running towards your to the side, to the rear, targeting a healer or DPS, you quickly tag it, stance on, defensive, pop some defensive mitigations, and then rotate to defense, and then you just tank it by yourself until we can pick it up and deal with it. They help to keep the rest of the party alive. Now at the top of the stairs, there are these Arsenal Biblos, which have a very, very nasty frontal and rear cleave attack that comes out nearly instantaneously. Do not be standing in front or behind them, because their cleave comes out suddenly and it will one-shot you. Also note that if it is stunned, after the stun, it will turn back towards the main tank and cleave the main tank. So again, do not be standing with the main tank. Okay, you'll sometimes do this magic hammer attack, which places an AoE. Someone just stood with me. Yeah, okay, be careful. Don't stand with the main tank. I just said, don't stand the main tank. Okay, you stood with me and then he cleaved me, but you were standing there. So just be careful. Okay, just fortunately, the spirit proc, so just be careful. Okay, now if at any point of time spirit procs, you use it up, do note you need to reapply a new one. So just be very, very careful. Okay, now we've arrived at the first pair of bosses. So Art has arrived, Owain has arrived. Okay, usually what happens is that you will see players shouting out the boss's name and 100%. This means that they have both arrived. Now I will do a quick explanation. So explanation time. For the twins, okay, the first pair of bosses. Now Owain's side, very easy. Owain is just, if he's fire, go to an ice spear. If he's ice, go to a fire spear. If the fight drags on long enough, you will see these triangle markers above players' heads. Those with the triangle marker need to stack together. Is the group hug mechanic. You need to hug each other. But those players with the AoE puddle on their feet must bring it away from everyone. Okay, so if you have AoE on you, just move away from everyone. If you have the triangle hug marker, just go stack with the other players with the same marker. Okay, this is Owain's mechanics. Now for Art is a bit more tricky. If Art is doing a point blank AoE, the spears at the edge of the arena will do a point blank after his own point blank goes off. You need to run out and then quickly run into the center where Art is to avoid the point blank coming out from the spears. Alternatively, there's a safe spot at the very edge of the arena between any two spears for the point blank. Now if Art does a donut AoE, you need to go in and then quickly run out to any of the 4 spears to avoid the donut AoEs coming out from the 4 spears. Alternatively, you can just simply run to any of the 4 spears, staying further out to avoid the donut entirely coming out from the main boss in the center. Okay, this is the Art mechanics. You need to move fast. Okay, move in and out, or out and then in. You need to move fast. Okay, try to move quickly. Follow the group if you're not sure where to run to. Now, Art also has a mechanic where the floor will flash. You need to stop moving. Okay, now whoever's on Art side will usually say something like stop moving. When the floor flashes, you just stop moving. Once the floor stops glowing, you can move and avoid the line AoEs. Okay, if you move during that time, you will get heavy. Okay, you will find it very difficult to move around. Then if the line AoEs targeting you, or you're in the line AoE, it's very difficult to move out of them. So try to avoid getting heavy, but if not, then just move out of them quickly. Okay, healers can rescue, you can use movement abilities as well. Okay, so that's it for all the Art and Owain mechanics. Okay, if we see anything else other than this, then we fucked up already. It means we've messed it up already. Alright, okay, now, other than that, we're gonna start at ET. So I'm gonna do an ET countdown 2020 lah. Okay, ET 2020. So we're starting at ET, Eorzan time 2020. Okay, now 30 seconds or so. If you have limit break 2, use it at ET 21.8. If you have limit break 1, ET 21.9. Range or caster LB only. Okay, just fire it off because it will be wasted if you don't use it. Okay, if not, then everyone else get ready to start. Move forwards closer. LB2, LB1, and main tank establish. Okay, now the twins, both of them will usually open up with tank busters and red whites. You just heal through as necessary.
Outside out
Oh, it's PVD. Thanks, PVD.
and in.
Owain, go to ice.
Art's dead.
Thank you.
Outside full of professionals. No need callouts. Legit.
We almost done, 8%. I just kill it, guys, just kill it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Just kill it.
Yeah, it'll just die. Nice. Quite easy,
Yeah.
Okay, now if there's any deaths, just healers let the healers do it lah. Now there will be traps up ahead so for the perceptors if you are new to percepting, right, don't worry, we'll tell you where you need to scan. So the first set of traps will be in between the stairway. Okay, at the top of the first flight of steps before the second one, there's this like empty hallway. You'll notice all of us stopping here. This is where the traps are at. Okay, nice. Okay, so just watch out for the shiny glowy thing. The big one is an explosive trap. You step on it, it explodes, you die. Up the halls further, okay, up the stairs further, there's a big hallway. Just hug the walls. Okay, you'll see mobs in it. Just hug the walls. There's 4 small bleed traps in a square pattern here. Okay, you can see 2 of them already. And then I think Cacophony is trying to scan for the last one there. Now, there's a treasure coffer in the center of this hallway near the wall. Everyone should grab that treasure coffer. In here, in BA, treasure coffers are personal. Okay, you must open your own treasure coffer to get your own loot, so don't forget to pick it up. Okay, now for today's run, is there any other tank who want to main tank? I think there's a
What are the potato? Tomato.
Does Tomato want to main tank?
Tomato lah, Tomato main tank automatically.
What?
If Tomato is here as a tank, Tomato
Yeah.
automatically main tanks. Thanks, Tomato.
My Indom is
Hey.
1 stack.
Yeah, even better, right?
Hi.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I fucked up my inventory and I can't open the coffer.
Don't worry, we will
Mental,
cover
by the
for
way.
you. We will cover for you. Don't worry. Anyway,
Mhm.
just so you know, so what we supposed to do here, right, in this hallway, grab the treasure coffer, dispatch all the mobs in here. Okay, do note the door is slowly walking towards us. So
I'm pulling the door.
yeah, just go
Mhm.
ahead. And
What's
then
the sprite?
that's right, went down the stairs already. No
Oh,
worries.
okay. Skill issue then.
Okay, so for these mobs, usually there's only a couple of things to take note of. The door must be pointed away from the
Okay.
party. Okay, but someone just defed it. Very nice, thanks.
Yeah.
Centaur.
Sorry.
Okay, the
No,
centaur.
sorry.
Okay, this
This one.
centaur right, will use berserk, which must be interrupted, but it cannot be stunned or interrupt. So a healer or caster will cast sleep to interrupt
Are
the
you
cast.
serious?
Yay.
I casted death and this right got mad.
It's B7 because B7 is here, so it's B7 Bren.
Yeah.
Nah,
No.
nah.
Now all the Shark Brands ones that works is stuff that he stole from my warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that single one on the yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because no ASMR callouts.
What? So we
What?
need to get one of those glug glug bubble thingies. The glug glug bubble thingies that you can turn upside down and sounds like water. They go glub glub.
I missed
Question.
one Magus and not sure I care. Skill issue.
Or not.
Plus,
It depends on how I feel with it.
Excuse me.
Wow.
I'll shirk you.
well,
Yeah, that's
He's in my party, actually. I can shirk him.
no, that's not how it works.
yeah,
Yes,
that's not.
You
Mm-hmm.
can't shirk me if I don't do
Yeah.
damage.
I'll
If
shirk
it doesn't
him
have
anyway.
aggro.
Yep.
Any enmity you can't.
Someone's paralyzed gaming again, lol. It's probably Eric.
You ready to sleep after the first GCD? Sleep.
Mato needs
Alright,
refresh.
someone main tank because our refresher is not refreshing. Lol.
What? Are
Wait.
you actually out? You're actually out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, how
Oh.
many times do you spin your board?
If
He-
it's
he-
if
he
Auto,
said-
it's on auto.
you
She's
do
at zero.
everything.
She's at zero
It's on
now.
auto because
Oh,
I'm
okay.
tanking and I'm
Yeah.
lazy. I'm not gonna
You
flip
have it.
just
You
to
got it now.
Yeah, I think party should have constant refresh.
Actually, everyone's all at zero. Shake my head.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mhm.
Okay. Check my head. I
Mhm. I just marked hope is the cookie.
oh,
For the secondary tank, should we use the offensive element or the defensive one?
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep. Mhm.
oh fuck. Is that too?
I I saw that Keko. I saw that.
I heard the pause and the
What?
whispers.
Yeah, exactly. Mhm. Yep. Yeah. DPS.
Bitch, easy.
Oh. Oh, Miss Chelsea.
How about that?
Ouch. Wait, how do they? Oh. Okay. Well,
The rest of you who are not healers and are not doing any sacrifice things, we're killing mobs at the top of the stairs. So
I think there's a doll. There's a doll.
Hmm?
The doll's coming down the stairs.
so many deaths. Ready? Same it. No way.
oh, the BBD brand death L, amazing. Thank you for buying for the correct provider, guys.
HQ Def
Oh,
L.
Shark
I know,
L.
right?
Well,
Shark death. He
Oh.
gave it to me.
okay.
Shake my head.
Oh my god. It's embarrassing.
Kumato tried to make Shark brand kata.
Yeah. was
He's
shot
running
by
out.
Hazard.
Well,
I also need the strap. Actually, yeah, I have 59 seconds. Can I pop the chat first?
Everyone stay away.
Everyone-
Everyone away from the trap.
Mhm.
No. Elena is also endowment.
All these greedy people wanting their
Hey,
coffers.
you want to die? I'll
Move,
step on the
guys.
trap. I have 40 seconds on endom. I will pop it on you.
They're not waiting for
Uh-huh.
you.
Some might not be in the chat.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
Where was the treasure? Question mark.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Tony
Thunder.
Thunder. And it's kind
It's
of got
What's
lightning.
next
you
on
know,
the
it's
other
the
ads?
element of the mobs that are in it. Now we know. Shark has been doing BA for so long, but he's calling it by color.
Oh,
Not by the actual element.
Lucky
purple.
Shark isn't colorblind.
Mhm.
Wait, no wait. Shark is a shark.
Oh,
Sharks are
yeah.
colorblind.
There's still a mob, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Lol.
I didn't see that one. Lol.
No, I see people running into the room
Yeah.
and there's still a mob standing right
It's
over
like
the
it's
coffer.
right there. Yeah. Florida. Yep.
I have aggro on one of them.
Oh.
Oh, dude. I'm sorry. I don't have provoke. I
Okay.
already used it.
Never
Lol.
mind. It's off me now.
Yeah, Dante got it. I don't know.
Oh.
Well.
You know,
Jeez.
Skill issue.
you know,
It's
better
my
hope
skill
the-
issue.
better hope that they are remembered procs. Otherwise,
Right.
you know.
Where's one
Yeah.
more trap?
Where's the other chat? Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all can do a sprint
Double.
It's
inval and
whatever.
run through both later.
Yeah.
These ones do a very big pizza. Bring them out.
Wait, they're stuck.
Trade.
Someone's holding them in the doorway. Someone. Yeah, someone holding them in the doorway, and I lost aggro.
Okay.
Careful.
Everyone else just has to be careful then.
People are getting clipped.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mm,
It's
yeah,
a
it's
bit troll.
working. Photo.
It's
You
in
see?
there. It's in water. Bottle.
Yeah, remembered proc.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
Mhm.
Should I just pop this trap now?
No.
Yep.
Is Ballista too close? Oh, I don't know. If Ballista dies, he's a monkey. He's double monkey if he dies.
Mhm. Low. Yeah.
Is this part 2 of your what not to do in BA run, Typhon?
Mhm.
PvP.
Pipeline.
No, I'm
Refresh
PvPing.
me.
It's revenge for all the times he's lasered my party.
Ah.
Is this PvP?
Oh
is
my
this
God,
a
Dalgo.
PvP BA?
Wait. Typhon.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
wait, wait.
thank you.
I don't have aggro.
Just-
Dante?
Pay attention.
Dante is a tank. Never mind, if you die, it's your problem.
They did
Yo,
die.
Dante's dead. Dante's
I
actually
don't know,
dead.
she pulled everything.
Wow.
And
If
that
you see
Just
the
another
vets
BNBA.
do anything stupid like this, don't copy them.
Alright.
Let me go do some squats.
Typhon.
Oh damn it.
Indeed.
Where's
Okay.
the trap? I don't see it. Monka.
Mhm.
Wait.
Pe-
What?
Oh,
Oh
there
my
it
god, Taco. I
Easy.
hate you. Shake my
No,
fucking
it's
head.
fine. There's no trap where he flipped into.
There's no trap where he landed, but they could have been.
No. There's no trap spot there on
Yeah.
that particular
Really?
spot.
Mm,
Yeah,
Gamer.
no. He knows. He knew it
Yep.
probably.
Mhm.
Do not copy us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home.
Yep. Do what we say, not what we
This
do.
is mine now. What? Oh fuck.
Oh,
Thank you, I forgot.
Okay.
Why isn't that equipping? Okay.
Mm. Yep. Can I ask for a spare tank to go to water? Just meet up with Arika's group in water. Thank you. Just shout and let me know.
Dante can't. She's in my party. I only got one tank.
Fund? Yeah.
Mm. Yep.
Thank you so much. Okay. Put a waymark in your party's rooms, just so everyone knows where to go. They didn't have one assigned to them. We've got a lot of split up parties. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, they didn't have a tank, so it'd be fine. Okay, just waiting. Okay, you can put a start time now. Hmm. Hmm.
You win B7 brand death L.
All of mine failed. I'm so sad.
Yeah, yours is shark brand. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's too
It
bad.
contaminated mine. Oh my god.
Can't be helped.
Didn't keep them in the same house.
All right,
Let's go.
I had to actually do a job.
Let's go. Oh, it worked. Okay.
B7,
Okay.
B7. Nah,
Nah, she just swapped the plate to B7. What are you talking about?
yeah. Oh my God.
I only have one. That's actually pretty impressive.
Oh, hang on.
Mhm. Wait.
Hang
Wait.
on, what?
Wait. Wait. Yeah. What happened?
Oh, Hell returned to
Yeah.
get more magic burst.
Oh, are you? But I hope that you can get back in.
Well,
Oh.
They've got steps.
Yeah, that's fine. There's not too many people, I guess.
Last I saw, there were 20 at support.
There's
Mm.
yeah, there's about 18.
Whoa.
Unless the vets can help by getting to a portal or something and just. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You guess a red portal
Gonna
location. If it
yeah.
pops, it's time for you to go and buy Jumbo Cat Pot.
I like the area around with the big elephantine mobs underneath C2. There's elephant like oh they're more like buffalo, I think. Maybe.
The
Oh.
white
Room
ones.
tanks, turn your senses off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have vote.
What? Oops, sorry.
I used it to pull the frog.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Just
you can
spam
just
your other enmity
tomahawk.
thing.
You
I
have
refresh.
did,
you
Like,
have
I
tomahawk.
did, and
yeah.
Tesco had it.
Just
So I
spam the other one.
Skill
Okay.
issue.
Thank
Listen, I'm actually not a good tank. Please don't do this to me. I'm scared.
you.
No,
It's
we're
okay,
just we're just telling you, like, if things run away, you just spam your enmity one if you don't have provoke.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, it's really
It's
hard
okay,
for one
I've
of the
got-
ads
I've
to
got
walk
stacks.
into the room.
literal
you
one
can-
one button spam.
If you already tagged it, you can also actually do equilibrium.
I
Mm,
had not
yeah,
tagged it yet. It's behind the pillar.
Okay, just grab.
Lol. Line of sight.
Did the centaur
Like
go
the
The
there?
centaur's
centaur,
on the
the-
left, in the
Thank
left.
you. I think Velista's getting it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
No,
Okay.
Valisa's going to look for
We
it,
need
but
to
not
bring it
pull
out now. We need to bring it out now. We can't.
It's
stop it.
berserking. It's
Uh,
berserking.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Go.
It hits me and I die. There's nothing really bad about that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and then
Mm,
all the tanks will start dying
I
one
have
by
home
one.
gang actually. I would just home gang it.
just
Ah.
wait.
It will keep buffing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We should
Wait.
just do that. Then I can get Endom 6.
Okay.
We should do all no, we're having a small party, Poggers. Let's go.
Oh,
Slumber
okay.
Party? Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Always.
Okay.
Mata, you want to go pop traps?
Yeah, I probably need to. Can someone book this? Thank you.
Yeah, give me like 3 seconds as well. Like wake up and then...
I need to go find a trap. Don't worry about it.
No, go
Oh,
for
there's one
yeah.
here.
There should be
I
one room
pop
with
two?
double trap. Yeah, do the double trap. Do double trap.
Check if
Doesn't-
anyone else needs it though.
Actually,
is
Elenet might, but I
Elenet-
think they're
Elenet-
tanking the.
Oh,
Mm,
I had 8 minutes. Oh, Dante pulled it. Elena, if you need, yeah, in them, just go grab the traps with the model.
I'm gonna pop both, by the way.
double.
Yeah, pop sprint and run through both together. Or actually, one of you can just stand between the two.
Just monk ass. How long does this last? 10 seconds. Pause.
Now we've got another like 10 minutes before Shark does his next sermon. So
You probably need to stand by another trap.
there's one
And-
more in water. Let me check
Yeah,
the
pop
rest.
one in water.
Why didn't you just do both?
Because I didn't realize you could pop both, okay? I told you.
Mm.
Every time I've done Indom, I've fucked it up somehow.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've had to swap
There's,
out Guardian. It's very
there's one
mountain.
thunder. There's a thunder as well. So. Mm.
BBD, I camped at your spot and I got a red.
Well done. Well done.
I'll probably just do water then. Does it really matter which one I pop?
No.
Pop, okay. Yeah, AFK check. You get AFK booted after 10 minutes. So if you're AFK too long, you get yeeted out of the instance, and we can't get you back in. I don't know where I'm at. Sit.
Tuba
Oh,
got in.
sorry.
Nice.
I was actually going to call it within, but I forgot that I've been voluntold to do something else. Hey, someone slept the owl. What the fuck? Bro.
It must be Typhon. Oh, it's Typhon. It's Typhon.
Have a taste of your
Someone
own
Asuna
medicine.
the owl.
No lah, you just hit
Someone
the, if you hit the owl, you will wake up, right? So it's not Asuna. You guys. I mean, technically, is a pretty good. You're building limit breakage and you can build resources with the mob also, if you don't hit it too hard. Okay, it's X22 already, so I think the support guys are coming up to join
Oh,
us
they are in.
soon. Yeah, they'll take some time to form their logos, actions, and everything, and then use the shortcut to get here. Oh, Tuba got back in. Thanks, and welcome back, Tuba. Just in time to join us for the second half of BA. Okay, now, it's X22, so I'll just begin explanations for boss 3 onwards. Now, we are okay. Thanks. We are down to 3 more encounters. Okay, there's the third boss, which is Absolute Virtue, AV for short. There'll be a pair of trash pools or trash mobs after AV, and then the final boss, Ozma. Okay, so only 3 more fights left. Now, at this point of time, it is recommended for all DPS players to switch out their Plate Bearer Wisdoms and switch in their DPS Wisdoms. Now, the reason for this is simply because for the next 2 bosses, okay, AV and Ozma, failure to do mechanics, right, will just outright kill you. Okay, generally speaking, you're just gonna get one-shotted by most of the mechanics if you fail to do them properly. Okay, so and these 2 bosses also have a DPS check. Okay, there's an enrage time. AV is 7 minutes 30 seconds long. Ozma is 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, so we will ideally like to push as much DPS as we can, okay, so that we can kill them faster and skip mechanics to keep as many players alive. Okay, the less mechanics we see, the less likely players are gonna die. Okay, so this is for from this point onwards. Okay, other things such as refresh. Okay, now AV is a wind aspected boss, so rotate your Magia to the correct element. Okay, if you are tank or defensive, you are on wind. If you are on offensive, okay, everyone else, you should be on ice. And let your Magia regenerate to 5. Now for this fight, there will be some Magia rotation, so you will need to rotate your Mega Bot a little bit for this fight. Mainly for the ads midway through the fight. Ads will be thunder aspected, so you need to rotate to earth, burn the ads down, and then rotate back to ice to continue to burn AV. Also note that midway through this fight, there will be a phase where AV becomes invulnerable or untargetable, and he will fire off 3 impact streams, okay, which is a mechanic, one after another. So usually for that phase, I will do a call out that tells you to stack in the middle, rotate to defensive, use shields and mitigations, pop Eureka potions, etc., etc. Okay, just to keep yourself alive, because there's no DPS going out at that point in the fight. So you just rotate to defense to sort of mitigate the incoming damage. Okay, now AV itself. Okay, the AV explanations. He's a wind aspected boss, and he has 3, okay, not 3 lah, okay, 2 main mechanics they need to look out for. Now his major mechanic is, okay, yes, one other thing to mention here, if you have been AFK for more than 6 to 7 minutes, just move around a little bit. Okay, just move around a little bit, because this explanation will take a bit of time. Okay, and if you've been AFK for up to this amount of time, right, you might have been AFK for about 5 minutes or so already. So just make sure you don't get AFK kicked as I'm explaining things. Okay, now I'll resume explanations. Now AV's main mechanic is called Eidos. Now Eidos will place bracelets and a halo on his wrists and above his head, and these bracelets / halos will be either a light or dark color. Now based on the color of his bracelets, you need to go to the opposite color to resolve them. So for the purposes of this explanation, I will assume that his bracelets / halo is dark color. Okay, I'll call it a dark color. I'll just call them the bracelet colors. Now his Eidos mechanic manifests in 2 different ways. The first is puddles will appear of both colors. Okay, puddles of both colors will appear in the arena, and shortly after that, the dangerous color. Okay, so if he's dark bracelets, the dark colored bracelets will expand and all the puddles will explode. To resolve this mechanic, you need to run to a safe spot, usually beside a safe color puddle. So in this example, a light color puddle, beside a light color puddle, either next to the edge of the arena or in between 2 light colored puddles. Okay, go to a safe color puddle either near the edge of the arena or between 2 of the safe colored puddles, moving away from the dangerous colored puddles. Shortly after that, the dangerous color will expand and all the puddles will explode. Okay, now do note that you can run over the puddles if necessary to get to a safe spot, but you must not be standing in any puddle when they explode or you will die. Okay, so this is the first mechanic. Now the second mechanic is Impact Stream. Impact Stream will split the arena into 2 halves, light and dark. Just go to the safe color. I will call these out. I will say something like go to light, go to light, or go to dark, go to dark. Just be on the correct half. Now as I mentioned earlier on, midway through the fight, AV will disappear and 3 clones will appear on the edge of the arena, firing off impact streams one after another. So you just be like something like light, light, dark, something like this, and you just move to the correct half. Healers, remember to heal through this because you're still taking some damage. Even though you're on the correct half, there's still a little bit of incoming damage. Just remember to heal through it. Now, the last mechanic is Turbulent Aether. Now, Turbulent Aether tethers 8 random players with an orb and tether. If you have the tether mechanic, you must resolve the mechanic. However, it is a random, so when the mechanic goes out, I will usually call out something like this: Turbulent Aether, check for tether, check for tether. Okay, this is your signal to check whether you have a tether. If you have the tether, you must resolve it. just stop DPSing and focus on resolving the mechanic. Now, I will also say wait. Now, after Turbulent Aether goes out, AV will point at a random player and do a massive cleave AoE on one random player. Because of this AoE cleave, I will usually call for people to wait for the telegraph to appear before you resolve the mechanic. Okay, before you run off and resolve the mechanic. Because if you run off early and then he points it at you, you can't get out of the cleave. So wait for the cleave to appear before running off. Now, once the cleave appears, I will say go, just run off. If you have a tether, you need to run to a puddle of the opposite color as your orb and tether. Okay, your orb and tether will either be a light or dark color. If you are tethered to light, you find a dark colored puddle, stand in it, wait for the orb to touch you, it will explode. But because you're in the puddle of the opposite color, you will be safe. Okay, you will mitigate most of the incoming damage. You have resolved the mechanic. Now, you cannot share puddles. So if someone's standing in a puddle already, please don't jump in with them. You're gonna kill the both of you. Okay, so find your own puddle. There'll be exactly enough for everyone. Okay, there's 8 orbs and tethers, 8 puddles of the correct color. So it might be 3 dark and 5 light. Okay, or any different combinations. Okay, but just find the correct color puddle, stand in it, and resolve the mechanic. Okay, in a pinch, if you cannot find any puddle or you realize that you have no time left, okay, if you dally long enough, the orb will accelerate towards you and explode. In a pinch, you can also pull the orb to the edge of the arena, rotate to defensive Magia, and pop any mitigations that you have just to survive. Okay, healers, if you see someone running around with an orb and tether and they are like panicking or running around the edge, shield them. They can survive it. Okay, they can survive with enough mitigations and shields. Okay, try to the main idea here is that this orb and tether mechanic, if you pop it in the center where everybody is, right, you're gonna severely damage a lot of them, apply a damage down on everyone hit by it, and potentially killing quite a number of players as well. So the main issue here is that we want to resolve the mechanic at the edges, if possible. Okay, you'll notice the puddles will all be at the edges as well. So you try to resolve the mechanic at the edge. Okay, so this is the Turbulent Aether mechanic. The rest of the fight, right, the mechanics can be called out. I will do the callouts for this fight. Okay, now do note for this fight, Tomato will be the main tank. Tomato, where are you? Okay, I think Tomato's doing trap thingies at the back, so we'll just let Tomato do her own thing. Okay, but later when she comes back here, I'll ask her to emote something, and then all parties, right, should mark the main tank with a sign. Okay, mark the main tank with a sign, because the main tank in this fight, when they take a tank buster, and I'll call it out, I'll say tank buster incoming, move away from main tank. Okay, the tank buster is an AoE centered on the main tank. So if you're standing next to the main tank when the tank buster is going out, you're gonna eat it as well, and very likely die. So avoid the main tank whenever possible. Okay, do note that this tank buster comes out when there's a lot of other things happening at the same time. Okay, usually there's a tether, Turbulent Aether tethers, there's a javelin, there are wyvern ads, and then there's a tank buster at the same time. So there's a lot of things happening. Just try to keep an awareness of where the main tank is at. Okay, now last thing to mention here is there'll be 2 ads in this fight. When the ads appear, we actually assign 1 tank each. Okay, myself, I'm taking the south ad, and then there's another tank taking the north ad. These tanks basically just rotate to defense, turn on the stuns, grab enmity on the ads, and then all the DPS just help to burn the ads down. If you have Death L and you swift cast or just cast it and it sticks, it instantly kills the ads if you are successful. Massive DPS boost. Okay, remember, buy Shark brand Death L. Works 10% of the time, 100% of the time, or something like that.
That's the trap. That's the
Works
trap.
100% of the time, 10% of the time. Yeah. So just
Exactly.
use Death L. Yeah. Okay, so there'll be ads lah. Do note that the ads are thunder aspected, as I mentioned earlier on. So you need to rotate to earth, burn the ads down, then rotate back to ice to continue to damage AV. Okay. Okay. So that's it for all the mechanics. At this point of time, we'll do ready checks. Okay. If you are ready and your party is ready, just move forwards beyond the purple line. Come into the arena to let us know that you are ready. If there's anyone who's not ready, please sound off. Okay, let us know. Okay, if not, we'll just assume everyone's okay and we'll get started now.
main
I
tank
think
has
our
gone to
main
support
tank is at
rooms.
No,
Narnia.
I know. Don't worry. Okay, once the
look
main
at
tank
this.
is back, once the main
I'll
tank is
find a
back,
trap.
we will point out tomato and help to mark them lah. Okay, so don't worry about it.
Let's go.
No, wait for the main tank come back.
What?
Where's the?
ET.
Win. Win.
I think they're still finding traps lah.
No, we found one in wind.
Do you need help to
Are
dispatch
you
it?
also doing this?
Mm,
No. We ran all the way to
We had
support.
to run all the way back because the one wind trap has ads in it. So
You can ask us to help
Oh,
to.
that's what you meant by Narnia.
yeah.
Yeah, they went all the way to the
Literal
support
Narnia.
room, but it's okay lah. It's fine. We have
Mm.
about 3
Head
minutes.
back when we finish.
Hmm.
We took from the fan, shark, salmon, there. That's a win.
Okay. Any questions, by the way?
Mm.
If there's anyone who has questions, just feel free to ask lah. Or you can type it out, and we'll address it. If not, then just do your Magia board check. Now, only the main tank should have stance on. All the other tanks you should stance off at the start. Food check. If you by now obviously the food will have dropped off because I've been talking for 120 minutes already. Okay, now maybe about 10. Then the break time was 10.
Deeks. I don't
Come
understand.
on.
You said after AV, can someone join me in AV? I'm very confused.
Huh?
Do you want to rephrase that?
I think saying.
AV Arena? I don't know what you're doing. Okay, Monka is.
That guy's back yet?
We're running up the hallway.
Can probably set an ET. We're at the end of the hallway.
All right. Okay lah. So we'll start at
Oh, cool. I just run in and mute it.
ET 1610 lah. So 20 ET. Okay, ET 1610. As usual, limit break 2 at 1608. Limit break 1 at 1609. Okay, range and caster LB only. Okay lah. I think Tomato's back. Okay, now for those of you who need it, I'm pointing out Tomato. You can just click on their name in the emote or chat log. Okay, Tomato's at the left side. Try to mark them with a sign or something lah. So that
I'm very small, I'm sorry. Please
Yeah.
forgive me.
so you can see the main tank later on when the tank busters come in.
The Tank Buster is a
Thank
stack.
you, Miku.
The Tank Buster's an AoE.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Tank Buster
AoE.
is not a stack. Please do not stack. I was
It's
kidding.
an AoE.
Unless you're doing like TBN nonsense, then, you know, not my problem.
Okay, lah. Be
Okay.
starting soon.
ET.
LB2,
Oh, well, it's the
Me
whole
too.
time.
LB1. Main tank established. Oh, gosh. Red, wide.
I've lost aggro.
Oh, Iris Mont. It's okay lah.
Tank stance. KW.
Plenty.
Okay, now away from dark puddles. Now the first time AV does this is there's only one color, so just move away from dark puddles. Now come close to AV, come close to AV, come back close. Avoid the javelin.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I
no
saw
one,
that.
no one saw
Whoa.
that.
Everyone saw that.
Everyone saw that.
Okay.
It's
Go
fine.
to light. Go to light. Stay on the light half. Now for this fight, you want to try to stay close to AV because of his mechanics. Require you to cross over very quickly. So try to stay near AV whenever possible. Tank buster on main tank, away from main tank.
I don't say.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
ignore
just
what
ignore
the,
Dante.
yeah, just ignore what the rats are doing. They have to
Well,
jump around.
Yeah, you know, no, it's what I do. So.
Okay, now. Next one will be two colored puddles away from dark puddles, hugging a light colored puddle. Either at the
Okay.
edge or in between any two light puddles.
Ooh,
Too slow.
Ooh,
Need to sprint.
I saw that.
It's okay lah. If you remember proc, remember crack a new one and apply it. Nice. Red, white. Tethers, check for tethers wait for the javelin. Okay, check for tethers first. Wait for javelin and go. Okay, those with tethers, resolve your tethers.
And that's why you wait.
Tank buster. Tank buster.
Tank buster on main tank. Tank buster on main tank.
Hello, Dante.
Just careful.
Help to shield. The,
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Thanks. All right. More red whites. There'll be 2 red whites, and then AV will become invulnerable. Second red white. Okay, now at this point of time, rotate to defensive. Stay in the middle. Pop Eureka potions if you have some, and then just pop some mitigations. Remember to heal through as necessary. This is light. Go to light. Stay on the light side. Okay, try to stay near the center. Go to dark. Stay on dark. Heal. And last one will be dark. Stay on dark. Now after this, you want to pop sprint. Run away from the proximity in the middle. Okay, run away and then come back in close to AV after he lands. AV does a Medusa Javelin after he lands. Okay, avoid the Javelin. Orientate yourself away from the main tank. Okay, the main tank will pull it away or stand alone. Okay, there'll be a tank buster on the main tank. Remember to rotate your Mega back to offense. Tank buster incoming.
Just commit and kill AV.
Red, white. Yeah, it's dying already now.
Full
But
wyvern. Full
uh,
wyvern.
just commit as BVD says, commit. Okay, no ads, very good. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, treasure
No ads or
coffer.
disband.
Yeah, skip ads or disband, but we didn't skip Saw, didn't skip the jump.
Nice.
Okay, there's a treasure coffer
Okay,
here.
disband.
Don't forget the treasure coffer. It's hard to see because everyone's crowding around it. Remember to grab your treasure coffer. And we'll move on towards the trash ads. Okay, now there will be 2 trash mobs up the stairs. These trash mobs are meant for us to build our gauges, so please don't go ham on them. Don't like def L them. Okay, just use them to build your red mage, black white mana, samurai stickers, ninja, bavra, kavra gauges, etc. etc. Use them to build your gauges.
Are you okay, Shad?
Why? What's
Anyway.
wrong? What happened to me? I'm still alive.
There are a lot of words coming out of your mouth I don't understand.
It's a
Yeah.
recording.
What?
Shh. Okay, now these mobs, okay, Mata, you can just go pull one. Go ahead,
Alright.
get started. Now these mobs, once again, just don't def L them, don't go ham on them. Just use them to build gauge. They will need to be stunned when they use on the properties of darkness. But being a tank, I usually get my shield bash ready, so don't worry about it.
Someone stunned it already.
And sleep it as well.
Yeah.
Nice, thank you. Just need to interrupt the cast. If the cast goes off, it will
Yeah,
dispel.
don't stun it don't stun it before, because then it will be stun immune.
Mm.
Wait until it starts casting, because you guys all pre-stunned it. It was kind of awkward.
Okay, now, after this, there's gonna be a cutscene. No worries. Okay, it's gonna be a cutscene. So for those who are first timers, enjoy the cutscene. Screams geometrically.
Hmm.
Quite a few cutscene watchers.
Just watching the cutscene people.
Right, nice. Cutscene done. Okay, now, first things first. Do not go to the front of the arena and step on the shiny glowy button. Do not step on the shiny glowy button. That will propel you onto the Osma arena, and there's a lot of things that we need to do before that happens. So, first things first. Okay, now Kelly's gonna play a macro. This will sort of get our party arrangements sorted. I'll explain that in a short while. For everyone else, if you need to refresh your shell and protect, what usually happens here on Materia, okay, and actually Elemental as well, is that we'll form a line at the back, and usually someone will be at the back casting shell and or protect on all the players. Just grab your shell and protect, step forwards, get a shell protect, bow, say thank you, step out of the line, next person step forward, get your shell protect. Okay, so we sort of like queue up for shell and protect here Okay, while that's going on, I will begin explanations for Ozma. Okay, now, welcome to Ozma. This is the final fight in the Baldesian Arsenal. Okay, and you need to be in the Ozma arena when Ozma dies to clear the Baldesian Arsenal. Okay, once again, you need to be in the Ozma arena when Ozma dies to clear BA. Now, however, for the Ozma fight, Ozma periodically does a move called Black Hole, which will eject you from the arena if you fail to resolve that mechanic, and dead players cannot resolve Black Hole. Okay, the dead players cannot resist the ejection from the arena. Hence, for this fight, you need to try your best to stay alive as long as you can to get that clear. Okay, so try your best to stay alive. Now, Ozma. For the Ozma fight, okay, for those of you who have gotten your shell and or protects, okay, and you're new, okay, you can either carefully go to the front and look down into the Ozma arena, or safer is to open up your mini map and look at the Ozma arena. Now the Ozma, okay, the Proto Ozma containment unit, okay, also known as the Ozma arena, is a ring-shaped platform with 3 rectangular platforms, one on the east, one on the west, and one on the south. We need to split our alliance into multiple parties, with one main tank party on east, west, and south respectively. Any additional parties beyond the first 3 will be sub-tank parties, also known as ST parties, on east, west, and south. If we have a 7th party, the SST sub-support party will be assigned to one of the 3 platforms. Okay, so this is how we usually distribute the player count for the Ozma fight. Okay, with at least 1 main tank per platform. Ozma will attack 3 tanks at once, okay, on each, 1 for each platform. Hence, we need 3 main tank parties for this Ozma fight. Now, for the learning runs and the practice runs, we have actually allocated or pre-allocated veteran tanks, okay, semi-veteran tanks to main tank each of these platforms. Okay, but generally speaking, if anything happens okay, during the fight, any sub-tank, if you are the sub-tank on that platform, be ready to step in if necessary. Okay, if the main tank dies or is downed, you as a sub-tank, you may need to step in immediately to prevent your party members from taking Ozma auto attacks. Okay, the Ozma auto attacks are usually tank busters, so they will just get one-shotted with each auto attack. Okay, so tanks will need to hold the Ozma enmity. Okay, now Ozma mechanics. There are 2 main mechanics in this fight that you need to look out for. I will go through them respectively. Now, the first, most important mechanic is meteors. Now, meteors appear during the spike ball and triangle forms of Ozma. Okay, now notice Ozma is a spherical, he's a spherical marble in the center. He will change forms throughout the fight. Every time it changes into a spike ball or triangle, it will fire off, or meteors will happen. Now, meteor mechanic. 2 random players per platform will be marked with a massive AoE marker above their heads. You cannot miss it. It is huge. To resolve meteors, these 2 random players must quickly identify that they have the meteors and handle the meteors. Now, failure to handle meteors will not only kill the meteor mark player, but everyone else on that platform. Hence, meteors is a 1-person mechanic with a chance to wipe everyone if it is not done properly. That's why meteor is so important to resolve. Please focus on doing meteors first. Okay, meteor is the top priority at all times. As I always say, of all the failed BA runs, meteors wipe 99.9% of them. Please handle meteors. Now, how to resolve meteors? Later on, when we jump down, on each platform, there'll be one waymark at the rear right corner of the rectangle shaped platform, and there'll be one waymark on the left. To the left on the ring shaped platform, there's a button on the ring. There'll be a waymark there. You place the meteors at these two waymarks. You will only be able to see these two waymarks. Pay attention to where they are. Identify where you should go to place the meteors. One to the rear, one to the left. Now, the second issue with meteors is you need to adjust. You cannot stack the meteors. Okay, it's two random players. Can be any two players, two tanks, two healers, two DPS. Any two players. Please figure out if it's you go to one of the waymarks, stop there, place the meteor, and come back to your party for shields and heal. Okay, once you place it properly, the AoE will disappear. You will know you have placed it. There's a proximity at your feet. Okay, we need to place these proximity markers, one at the rear right corner, one to the left. Please try to adjust. If one player is going to the left and you have the other meteor waymark or meteor marker, you go to the rear, and vice versa. Okay, try your best to adjust. Not much else I can say about this. Okay, meteors try to place one at the rear, one to the left. Okay, try to adjust and place them properly. Okay, thank you very much. This is meteors. Okay, happens in the spike ball and triangle forms. Next mechanic is acceleration bombs. Now, accel bombs happen during the triangle form of Ozma, and a random number of players will be marked with a debuff. Okay, I've seen it starting anywhere between 8 to 24 seconds. Okay, it's a random debuff timer. You will get a debuff, and this debuff will count down to 0. When it reaches 5 seconds or less, there will be a visible dice icon that appears above your head. When it counts down to 3, okay, the dice icon count down 3, 2, 1. At 1 or less, it's all snapshots. You need to stop moving, stop attacking, stop casting, don't do anything, and it will fizzle. Nothing happens. Accel bomb has been resolved. But if you move, cast, or auto attack, if you are ranged DPS, you must shift your weapon and or deselect Ozma to prevent auto attacks from occurring. Okay, if you do something and accel bomb triggers, it explodes, shaving away you and everyone else around you health down to 10%. It is percentage based. Everyone drops to 10% HP. Cannot be mitigated. Healers will need to spam panic heal to heal up everyone quickly before the next meteor hits. Okay, so try not to pop accel bombs, but if it does happen, healers just quickly spam that heal. Okay, now AFK warning, this explanation will take some time. Just move around slightly, rotate your camera, make sure you don't get AFK kicked. Okay, it happens quite often during my sermons, so just be very careful about it. Okay, I will resume explanation. Now someone asked me, is there a reason why we can't just yeet the meteor mark player off the platform when meteor happens? Yes, there's a reason. The meteor doesn't go away when you do that. So if someone jumps off the platform with the meteor is placed at where they jumped off and is no longer movable. You can no longer move it. Everyone is beeped. Okay, everyone is screwed. So do not jump off the platform. Okay, worst case scenario, I've seen people jump off really early. The corpse appears on the south platform, lands in the center of south, killing everyone on south. Do not jump off the platform. Okay, just try your best to resolve meteor. If you mess it up and you fail to realize you have it until it's very late, just try your best to move it away from the center of the platform as best as you can, and never ever stack the meteors. If you both go to the left, okay, I've seen it happen before. Both of you do the left right dance. Both go to the left, suddenly realize that they are going to the left. Both go to the back, suddenly realize they're both going to the back. Both go to the left again and drop both the meteors in the center, killing everyone. Try your best to adjust. Commit. One person commit to the left, one person commit to the rear. Something like that. Okay, just try your best. Okay, so this is meteors and accel bombs. Now, last few things to mention here. There is, every time Ozma changes back from any of the 3 forms, spike ball, cube, or triangle, and it changes back into sphere, it will do black hole. Now, black hole is a mechanic that will, to resolve black hole, if you look at the platform, be careful of those people jumping down. Those are the veterans, but please do not fall off or jump down early. Now, if you look at the platform, there will be buttons on each platform, as well as a button on the ring-shaped platform to the left of each platform. Okay, now we always consider it to the left. Means if you're on the south platform, you'll be going to the left ring shape button on the south platform. Okay, never go counterclockwise. Always go clockwise to the left. This is very important because when meteors, if someone goes counterclockwise, they will meet up with the guy going clockwise on their right, and that will mess up meteors. So please be very careful about it. Okay, so always to the left. Now for black hole, you will be on a button on your platform or on the ring-shaped platform to the left. All 6 buttons must have at least one person in it, or we all wipe. You yourself must be on a button, any button, or you will wipe. Okay, what happens when black hole goes off? You will get sucked out of the Ozma arena. You'll be ejected into Hydatos. Essentially, your run is over. Okay, you are no longer with us. You are in Hydatos instance outside. Now, for whatever reason, okay, even if shit hits the fan and some of you die and you get sucked out, please stay with the party until the fight is over. Okay, now, if you rage quit and leave the party mid-fight, the party members still fighting inside will lose access to LB3. So kindly stay with us until the fight is over. Okay, it doesn't really matter whether we clear or not, but give us a fighting chance to see it through to the end. Okay, so just stay with us until the fight is over. Now, a question asks, what's the priority for the black hole? Generally speaking, we assign range and casters to the left. So any caster DPS or range DPS will go to the left onto the ring ship button because they don't lose uptime. Melees, tanks, and healers will stay on the platforms button because they get better uptime on the main platform. Plus, the tank needs to be on the platform to take auto attacks, and healers need to keep the tank alive. Hence, the tank, healer, and melee on the main button. Okay, but in a pinch, if you are new and you don't really know what to do, and I say black hole and you freeze for like a good 2 or 3 seconds, and your range DPS, just go to the nearest button, any button. Secure your own button. Secure your own mechanic first. Don't care about the left button. Usually the veterans will handle the left button. Leave it to them to deal with. Okay, but veterans, if you see no one's going to the left, please just commit. Just send someone to go to the left. Thanks. Yeah, I don't want to. There one time when no one go to the right button. Okay, so these are all the main mechanics for Ozma. Now, there's a couple of knockbacks in this fight. Okay, number 1, Shooting Star is a radial pushback coming out from the center of the button in the middle of the platform. Position yourself to be pushed to the front or pushed to the rear. I will call it out. Okay, you will see a radial knockback pattern. You can be pushed to the front or pushed to the rear. Okay, try not to get pushed to the sides because if you get knocked off the platform, you're just gonna die. Okay, now arm's length and shurikens works in a pinch as well. Now the second knockback is called Holy, and Holy comes out during the square form of Ozma, and it's a small little pushback coming out from the center, pushing you away from Ozma towards the outer edges. Now, the problem with Holy is that it usually comes out together with movement mechanics, either going to the rear of the platform or going to the ring-shaped platform to the sides, or what I will call get off the platform. Get off the platform. Usually it means get off to the sides of the platform onto the ring-shaped platform. I will usually say incoming knockback. That means even though you're going to the sides, you need to stay slightly closer to the front, nearer to the inner ring of the donut-shaped platform. Likewise, if I say go to the rear, incoming knockback, what I mean is you need to go to the rear of the platform, but stay ever so slightly away from the edge of the rear of the platform, because if you're at the very edge of the rear, you're gonna get punted off the rear and you'll fall off it and die. Okay, so just be extra careful about these Holy knockbacks. They are very minor, very small little punt, but it might catch you off guard suddenly. Hence, just stay ever so slightly away from the edge of the rear of any platform at all times to avoid getting Holy knockback. Okay, so this is all the mechanics for the Ozma fight. Any questions? Okay, once again, AFK warning, check. If you have been AFK for too long, just move around a bit. Anyway, we're going to start already. So at this point of time, if there's questions, feel free to ask. Okay, I'm going to assume that all the organization stuff has been sorted out already. Any issues? Yep. Okay. All good, huh? Okay, so we're going to just really check and carefully. Okay, now I see people jumping off already. Do not fall off the platform. Do not target Osma. Okay, do not fall off the platform because you will die. Do not target Osma because if early pulls happen, it gets very messy very quickly. Someone already fell off. Okay,
Yeah.
be careful. Okay, once again, be very careful at the start. Okay, I think it. Okay, spirit proc. So once again, Guardia, just be careful. Crack open another spirit and carefully run over to your platform. Okay, don't fall off. Now, all parties help to place the waymarks for the meteors. Okay, if you don't see the meteor waymarks, ask your party. Okay, ask your party member help to place them. Now, Osma is Thunder aspected, and there's no Magia rotation in this fight. You're either on Thunder for defensive, or you're on Earth for offense. There's no Magia rotation whatsoever. Just stay on the same Magia. Okay, now, as Tatamo mentioned, if you fall off during this fight, do note you'll respawn at the south platform. Find a chance to run back to your party if necessary. Okay, now, Meteor, you must adjust. Okay, someone asked me, if you get Meteor, go far. You must adjust. One on one waymark and the other one on the other waymark. Okay, one should be at the rear right corner, one should be on the left. Try to adjust. There's no way to call it out. You must adjust. Okay, now, last few ready checks. Yeah, Meteor is random. It's random. Like, it can be me, the main tank, and the sub tank on another party. It can be both my party sealers. It can be any two players. So there's no real way to assign it. We must adjust.
Yep. You can have both of these attacks on you at the same time.
Yeah. But okay, remember, if you get Excel Bomb and Meteors, always prioritize Meteors. It's very rare, but because Excel Bomb forces you to stop moving, right? Do the Meteor first. Place the Meteor first. Do not freeze and think that you want to resolve Excel and drop the Meteor in the center. Always place Meteors first. Okay, always do Meteors first. Okay? Ready checks. Okay, we'll do ready checks. And then we'll get started. Okay, now, last few things to mention here. Okay, Magia board check. Food check. Okay, by now the food will be running out already, so use another food. Tanks. All the main tanks. Tank stance on. Stance check. Other tanks off your tank stance. And I'll set the ET to, okay, ET 0.
Don't you wait for all parties to be ready first?
Yeah, I know. Okay. Now, BBD's pro tip number 67. If this is your first time doing BA, and this fight is making you nervous, arms, palms sweaty, mouth spaghetti, you can lower the BGM. Okay, type in /BGM space 0 to turn it off entirely, or just lower it down using the system menu and then system config. Go to the sound settings, lower the BGM. Okay, it tends to make people nervous, especially if it's the first time. Okay, and then your hands shaking and you get very nervous. No, there's no Shark FM0. Sorry, I'm so sorry. You can't turn this off. Okay, now ET 0 1 2 0. Okay, 0 1 2 0. That's about 30 ET. Okay, now you can LB2 at 0118, LB1 at 0119 range or range caster or melee LB. But if you're gonna melee LB the boss, please don't touch Osma's hitbox. Okay, don't touch the ball. BBD's pro tip number 69. Do not touch the ball. It will aggro Osma if you touch him. Okay, just be a few yalms away and then melee LB. But if you're not confident, you feel nervous about it, just let the range or caster do it. It's much safer that way. Okay, so breathe in. Okay, breathe in, deep breath. Okay, breathe out. If we stay cool, everything will be fine. Okay, just listen to calls, try our best. If you die, remember pop the new spirit of the remembered. If you fall off the platform, remember go back to your own platforms when the chance presents itself. We'll be starting soon. Thanks, Eric. I typed the wrong thing. Yes. Okay, now we are gonna start soon. Get ready. LB2, LB1, and main tank establish. Now, Osma opens with heavy hitting tank buster like auto attacks on the 3 main tanks. Keep the main tanks alive. spike ball form. Go to the rear. Go to the rear. Now staying stacked, move forwards together as a group. Spike ball form does a split damage auto attack that must be shared. So stay stacked. Knock back from the center soon. Shooting star. Get knocked back from the center. Arm's length or sure cast works as well. Okay, try to be punted to the front. Get punted to the front. And stay stacked. Black hole 1 soon. Black hole 1. Everyone to a button, everyone to a button. All 6 buttons must be accounted for. Once the animation has gone off, you can step off the button. Okay, you can step off the button, go back to the main platform. Get off the platform, get off the platform. Main tanks get off last. Pew. Go back in, main tanks go in first. Okay, the reason for this main tank get off last, go in first is because tank buster auto attacks are still going out. The tank must be on the platform to take it. Go to the rear, go to the rear. Afterwards, we'll be going to the front. Go to the front now, go to the front now. Square form. Main tanks bait line AoEs away from the party and pop orbs. Everyone else stack away from the main tanks. Okay, do not hit the main tanks with the stack marker. Small incoming knockback. Can continue to bait line AoEs away from the party. If done correctly, this is the best time to DPS. Staying stacked, get off the platform. Staying stacked, get
Small
off the
knockback,
platform.
small knockback.
Small incoming knockback. Again, go back onto the platform. Black hole
Makas.
2.
Oh, okay.
Makas, get ready to run. Sprint.
Okay, the animation has gone off. You can step off the button. Go to the rear. Go to the rear. Main Osma. Get off the platform afterwards. Get off the platform now. Triangle form. Bait
Vel,
pain.
can you do pain flare?
Pain flare, please.
Oh, never mind.
Meteors and Excel bombs. Get ready. Meteors adjust. Okay, meteors go. Meteors go. One to the rear, one to the left. Okay, place the meteors and come back to your party for shields and heals. Burn adds. Continue to bait pain. Movement mechanic. Go to the rear. Go to the rear. Excel bombs, be careful. Continue to bait pain. Okay, Excel bombs, just watch out and stop moving. Nice. Continue to bait pain. Black hole 3. Go to a button. Go to a button. All 6 buttons must be accounted for. Once the animation has gone off, you can step off the button. Home stretch. Stay to the front. Stay to the front. Main Ozma, go to the rear afterwards. Go to the rear now. Spike ball form, staying stacked. Move forwards together as a group. Meteors incoming. Get ready for meteors. Meteors, go. Okay, try to adjust. Place
Lucky.
the meteors and come back to your parties for shields and heals. Knockback incoming. Get knocked to the front.
Kill it.
Nice.
Yeah, just do it. Literally. Oh, I saw some save.
If your first time, just jump off the platform.
Your
Yeet.
treasure is on the south platform as well.
Jump
There.
first.
Jump first.
Congrats, everyone.
Nice
Hey.
job. Dix, did you do it? Did the combat sec work?
Huh?
Did the combat sec
Right.
work?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
Nice, nice. Very nice.
Nice.
So congrats
Congratulations.
everyone. That's it for BA. You have seen it from start to finish. Now, a couple of things to mention before we wrap up for today's session. For those of you who have jumped off the platform, you respawn on the south platform. There's a treasure coffer here. Remember to grab the treasure coffer. Okay, it contains a couple of things. There's an orchestron roll, there's a cloth and seal, as well as some fragments. Okay, now these fragments are basically what you use to buy the body piece that you have already gotten as you entered into Eureka and BA. So what you're supposed to do with this is like, maybe find a friend, tell them that you've cleared BA, you've got the mount, you've got an achievement for it, and then just encourage them to come join us in BA. You can sell them the cloth or seal and ask them to buy the body piece, and then get them to do BA with us, and then this way we can all
Pyramid scheme.
get rich. I mean, help more people do BA. Yeah. Like that, you can basically sell it or
Sure.
exchange it for other body pieces if you wish to lah.
Yeah, the mount is in your achievement.
Yeah. So that's the
Okay,
second
yep.
thing. That's the second thing I wanna say. Now, for those who have cleared BA first time, the mount is found in the achievements menu, but you need to exit BA to get the mount from your achievements menu. However, if you're first time clearing, don't just leave the instance yet. You must use the exit portal at the back to finish up the storyline. Okay, there's a end to the storyline. You need to use the exit portal to see the NPC on the other side lah. Okay, for those who want to take photographs, we are taking snapshots on the main platform at the south. Okay, you can take your snapshots here for first time clearers. So basically that's it lah. The treasure coffer, BA pyramid scheme, achievements menu for the mount, finish up your storyline quests using the exit. Anything else I missed out? I think that's it lah basically. Okay, now for those of you who found this really fun, okay, you want to do more BA, do note that we will be hosting these. Okay, the BA regulars and veterans will be hosting BA runs quite often. I think there's one on a Monday tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. So you, do note that for the veterans runs, they usually don't run by sign up basis, so everyone's free to join. You can just show up, be prepared, be ready, ask questions, get your logos actions done up properly, and then just hop in at the appointed time. And then just if there's a VC going, you can just jump in a VC as well. Just join them for the fun runs, banter, chat and chill. Okay, and then just YOLO it, try your best to do more BA and get more clears as well. It's usually quite fun. There's a sort of a small little community going on right here as well. So if you wish to come back for more, just feel free to join them for their runs.
Also, since it was mentioned tomorrow's run, please go and read the fine text. There is a requirement.
Yes.
Yeah, please note that
Alright.
tomorrow's run is a teamed run, so just
It's a meme theme run.
yeah.
So please go read the fine text. Thank you. Public service announcement done.
Okay, I'm gonna go because I didn't eat dinner yet. But thank you guys. It was
Sus.
fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, thanks everyone for coming.
Jack.
Thanks also for Kelly, who's the organizer for today's session, as well as all the veterans, PVD callouts, thanks, Eric, Perception, thanks, Dix, Combat Sacrifice, thanks. Okay, and all the other BA veterans, okay, you guys know who you are lah. Okay, thanks and appreciation goes out to them. They are here to help carry the runs, so I always make it a point to credit them for all their contributions. Thanks Tomato for main tanking, even though you didn't actually die. A bit sad, but that's how it rolls.
Oh, toxic.
Okay,
He's,
let's see.
he's been bullying me since DRS. I don't know what to tell
Such
you.
toxic.
He's always toxic.
On material and elemental, right?
When she come and join us for elemental BA runs, so Tomato.
No. No. I can't afford a stab.
No, hey, actually that's true. Maybe after 6.4, after 6.4 there might be less steps, and then you can just run BA all day.
It's like peak hour Ellie is like 6 a.m. Thanks, but no thanks. I will go to bed. And if I'm not in bed, I'm AFKing, doing something that doesn't require a brain cell.
Are you gonna like raid for 6.4? I don't think so, right?
What? No, not
Raiding?
raid. You think
No.
I raid?
No,
Lol.
I don't think so. You can't even like do BA. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, don't wanna hold you guys back for too long. Thanks guys for coming. Enjoy your the rest of the evening or night, depending on which time zone you're in. And I'll see you guys around for more future BA runs next time.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Eh.
Get good scrub. Skill issue.